If men are not approaching you, it comes down to two things. One, you're not in your core feminine energy.
Why men have given up on women. Let's face it, the red pill community was not built overnight.
There are a lot of really attractive men who choose to date objectively unattractive women, and it's because unattractive
Women just have to reap what they sow. Complimenting them today is seen as harassment.
These are the reasons why men don't approach you. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you're not approachable.
There's a difference between how guys approach women. Black men, especially young black men, will approach anything walking.
I know I'm not ugly. Nobody.
They're just mad men have adapted to the game. Why chase someone who's not doing the same? Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
I've gotten this complaint from a lot of women actually that men don't really make real approaches anymore. If they do, it's like some bullshit, like they're gonna catcall or whatever. I do blame the internet as a part of it, but also
I think it's safer for dating apps and Instagram because I just send a DM or send a text, you don't respond, okay, cool, no pressure, no actual rejection, is whatever.
Every man has a price tag they're willing to pay on a woman's head. They'll look at you and rate you and say, you know what? I know I can pay her $1,000 and I could crack those eggs. Oh, you know what? I can take her to that nice 5-star restaurant because she's not used to eating out nice. It's gonna woo her, and I'm pretty sure that same night I could crack her eggs.
Let's correct that. First of all, not every man thinks a woman has a price tag. In fact, women are the ones who are asking men, can you afford them? But truthfully, nowadays women are selling themselves. As long as you got some money, they will start flocking around you like some birds. If women have a price tag, it's because they're auctioning themselves. They go for the top guys for a reason.
Ladies, if a man is really invested in you and into you, trust me, you will not have to do the pursuing. And in my opinion, women should not be pursuing the man. It's just a little backwards to me. So if you have questions about if a man is really into you, you should take a step back and say, has this man, called me consistently? Has he planned dates consistently? Has he brought me flowers? Has he met my if somebody's really invested in you and really into you, the man is going to do the pursuing. You will not have to pursue him at all.
Bad advice. Too many people get not pursuing mixed up with not reciprocating, and then connections get lost, and parties are left unhappy. That's a two-way street. Never chase anyone, man or woman, but if you start a courtship, he needs to know that you're interested as well. So a call or text, or you planning a date. It's not pursuing, it's showing a mutual interest. Women need to take gender out. Stop feeling less than because you let a man know you're interested. Funny how today women will boss up for their careers, but not their happiness. Bad advice, y'all women all say the same stuff, yet it don't get anyone different results. Then they come on here and complain. Then onto something different. Women with this kind of mindset believes that they are a priority pick. They believe that a man should be doing everything while they contribute nothing to the relationship. A monogamous relationship is formed between two people. Why should there only be one person trying to make it work while the other person does nothing? This idea comes from their self-centered personalities, where everything should be about them while they reciprocate nothing. The bottom line is, what this woman is trying to sell you is a roadmap to the friend zone.
Why men never approach women anymore?
I think we live in a society where men are torn down for small things, and they're scared to shoot their shot, and it's sad to see. They oftentimes bog themselves down before they even get a chance, In this society, looks come first and heart comes second. It's only going to get worse unless a change is made. Until people start making things online for men to really regain that confidence back.
What can girls do these days to make guys approach them more?
Smile more and really think about the things that you're saying to these guys to make them feel that way. Don't say things like, you're too short, because that really does things to guys' ego. It's harmful.
You ever seen a girl reject a guy and scarred him?
I sadly have. At bars and stuff, people just say ew and turn around, and you can look at the guy in the eyes and they look really sad after, and just overall it's a bad time.
Looks comes first and heart comes second, ladies and gents. That has always been the reality since day one. Problem now is judgment has become too harsh. It can be felt atmospheres away. No man is scared to shoot their shot. Men have checked out. Big difference. I honestly just am at peace in my life for the first time. It's not about shooting shots. Yeah, some of these rejections just feels like your existence itself is rejected from this world. It hurts a lot. People are forgetting that love is cheap and abundant. Being in a relationship is actively avoiding creating these bonds with others. The biggest flex is having someone no one else can. It's more like, don't want to deal with all the issues and lose freedom. Better off being alone with extra cash flow. She's right for the most part, and modern women can learn a lot from her. But looks does not come first in this society nowadays anymore. It's money. Maybe in some cases looks and money go hand in hand, but dating today is mostly about how much do you have in your bank account, and then everything else comes after. The confidence in men have never left. Some of them have just checked out, and some of them are overseas looking for their bride.
Why do boys look at you in the street and not move to you? We literally saw each other on the train, we walked to the bus stop, we was next to each other. You're premium. You get on the bus, you sit behind me. Your head is actually facing towards me. You keep looking like, and you don't say anything? Maybe if you don't snatch me up now, I'm actually fucking mad. Like, what? And he just walked off the bus like nothing happened. If I catch you, listen.
In my 30 years of life, not one time has a woman approached me. And I realized why. Because they're intimidated. Boom. I'm so attractive and so high value, they got cold feet and could not for the life of them figure out a way to approach me. And by golly, I don't blame them. Because sometimes I look in the mirror and I see myself, I'm so high status, I'm afraid to approach myself at night with lotion and tissues. Wow. I might even reject myself. So I sympathize with them. And you know what? Every night I go home and I reject myself. So guys, if you're out there listening to this, just know that if women don't approach you, it's simply because you are too attractive.
This is exactly what these delusional women say to themselves or to each other about men who don't approach them. They believe that when a man doesn't make a move on them, it means the man is intimidated, scared, or being too high value for him. But these things aren't real. They just have to tell themselves these things. You can't determine a person's value just by looking at them. It's ridiculous.
The majority of working women, by 2030, 45% of them are going to be unmarried and no kids. Women who are 38 years old are going to look and say, I've been working my since I'm 21 years old. I've been encouraged to go to school, get a job. I don't need no man. I'm going to become a boss babe. And they're going to look at themselves and they're turning 40 next year. And they're going to be like, I've got a couple $100,000 in the bank. No man, no kids, a couple cats. Hard to tell a woman who's 30 today, hey, you're making all the wrong decisions. The reality is not going to set in now. It might be 10 years from now.
Multiple women were calling this their dream, to be alone and single at 40 with many cats. They're only saying this because reality hasn't set in just yet. They truly believe that having expensive clothings will make them happy. What they fail to understand is that everything changes. Once you're older, you start wanting different things. You start yearning a man or to create a family. The life that they're heading just sounds miserable. It's just another form of coping. This temporary happiness these women are chasing will end with their loneliness.
So my body count is 500, and it got me thinking, what is the average person's?
I'd be right up there with you, girl, except my dad kept saying this stupid phrase throughout my childhood. It was so redundant. What was it? Oh, I love you.
Men don't talk to women anymore or pursue women or walk up to women anymore, approach women, whatever you want to call it, because it seems like every damn thing men do is wrong. Any kind of way you come up to a woman or approach a woman or try to talk to a woman seems like it's wrong. If you talk to a girl, we done seen it like all over the internet. Every app you can think of, a woman has had an issue with every kind of way a man has approached them. We've seen women have an issue with men talking to them in the club, talking to them in a bar, talking to them on the street, talking to them in the grocery store, talking to them in the gym, talking to them like while you're in your car. like we've seen women everywhere say they had an issue with how men approach them in every kind of way. So it's like what the do we do? Like, how do we do it? Like, what is the correct way? Like, it's just like we just give the up. It's like, what's the point?
I've been single for the past 8 years, the happiest I have ever been. Stay single, my kings, and focus on your grind and success. I've literally changed my gym schedule to be by myself. My entire TikTok is full of men expressing love right now, and I'm truly here for it. And I feel for y'all, but keep being yourself, and the right one will eventually cross your path. Get your passport and find you a wife in another country, king. Shit got so bad I don't even care for relationships anymore. I just want to be left alone. The solution is really simple if you think about it. All men have to do is give women the space they've been asking, and watch how more of them come begging back for it. The second thing is, find somewhere where you are appreciated as a man, and not just for the things you're able to bring to the table. If one location doesn't work for you, you can always try another. And the third most important thing a man can do is find peace. Nothing beats that. A man can approach a woman in the most respectful way, and somehow it just doesn't do it for her. Instead of trying to figure out a confused puzzle, try to figure out your life first.
Women are smarter than men.
Everyone's dumb, bro. Like, women are dumb, men are dumb.
Some men are smarter than women and some women are smarter than
why are you
men.
in the middle?
We're all smarter, we're all better.
Let's go,
Women deserve rights.
I don't think all women are smarter than men.
No, there's dumb women out there, you included.
I'm generalizing the people I know personally. And personally, the women in my life are way smarter than the men in my life.
I back it.
I'm not gonna be included, baby. I'm exactly. Let's go, ladies.
You need help.
Girl, you know that man? That man that isn't consistent, that doesn't text back regularly, doesn't make plans to hang out, and you just never know where you stand with him? Well, I've had to come to terms, there's a car that just drove up. I've had to come to terms that he either doesn't like you enough, or he doesn't like you at all, because you know what? I hate to say it, but if he wanted to, he would. It's true. I gotta say it, it's true. I've seen time and time again, the men that pursue me, the men that want me, they make it clear. The guys that don't, the guys that you're always in this confusion, this drama with, yeah, that man, just let him go.
This is the right message. But unfortunately, they can't let that man go, because that's the man that brings them that drama and chaos into their lives. Modern women are so hooked on toxicity, not realizing it's only hurting them. They're attracted to douchebags. These women know these types of men won't commit to them, but they just can't resist the thrill they get. If they wanted good men, they would have. But the good man isn't a good option in their eyes because he's too loyal and boring.
The audacity that I have as a hopeless romantic to wonder why men never approach me to sweep me off my feet in public, but yet I dress like this. And I be going out looking like a homeless person meets Gollum, you know, I call that the style. We got the shorts, the mismatch, orange and red. I mean, clearly I'm a catch.
This is the reason why most women are okay with having their men take the lead in the relationship, but dislike a man they can boss around. Please watch to the end.
How long have you been with your man?
4 years.
When it comes onto your relationship, is it what your man says goes, or does he always involve you in decision making?
Most times I do agree with all decisions that he does make, but he does hear out what I have to say and he takes it into consideration. But most of the times we do go by what he says. I just think he's a very wise person.
Do you consider yourself wise as well?
I consider myself a wise person, a reasonable person.
So why isn't it that you're the one who's making most of the decisions in the relationship?
I don't know. I think I just rely on my man to make the decisions. And I like that. I like that part of embracing my femininity.
So you like it when your man leads?
100%.
But do you think it could work if you were the one playing that role instead?
I feel like I wouldn't like a man who I can boss around.
Why not?
I feel like a woman's job is to be feminine, and it's always been this way. I feel like men are always masculine, they're always leaders, they're always protectors and providers. So I feel like, for me, I'm always going to want a man that's masculine.
So if he says, yo, we're moving to Texas, this is the best place for the job opportunities for me, you're moving with him.
100%, I actually love Texas. We were just talking about moving to Texas recently.
The big difference between this woman and these other women who has an issue with submission is that she is happily married while they're out there competing with men for power in the relationship. She views submission and following her man as her duty. These other women sees it as slavery. But for her to be saying such a thing means that her man showed her he had the ability to lead, which also means she had the ability to choose a good man.
Girls hitting on a guy is so subtle. Like for me, I'm gonna be real with you. I'll do things like I'll just walk by them and just kind of like brush up on their arm kind of thing.
So let's say you're at the
just
club.
enough for them to look at me so that I can be like, and then like, you know.
Just like subtle.
Yeah.
What the?
Maybe I'll smile at them.
So then what are you gonna do if they don't take any action? Is it okay? Mission failed.
If it was meant to happen, he would have done something.
Okay.
Like that kind of thing.
I see that.
But sometimes you can get like I've had times where I'm bold.
If you're walking past me, I'm like, hey, come here real quick.
Oh yeah, that's literally the move works. That's
What?
what we want. But also that doesn't mean every girl walking by you.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm just saying it's a move. It is a move for sure.
So you have to like kind of hope that the girl's into you.
Yeah.
Ladies, have you ever wondered why some men choose Wonderbread women over you? And when I say Wonderbread, I'm just talking about girls who are a bit more plain, a bit more basic, average. And you, on the other hand, are like a divine French croissant and you're confused. You're like, I don't get it. Why are you going for Wonderbread when I'm right here? There are 3 reasons why this happens, and I'm going to tell you exactly what they are. Starting with reason number 1, Wonderbread is cheaper, okay? You get a lot more value for basically half the price of a croissant. And even though some men might appreciate the way you look, they are going to choose Wonderbread because she doesn't require as much money or time to impress. Which brings me to reason number 2. Wonderbread will change herself for a man, a croissant will not, okay? Wonderbread will become a grilled cheese, an avocado toast, a PB&J, any day of the week depending on what he wants. A croissant, on the other hand, it's kind of like take it or leave it, as in you might not be as willing to compromise or change your lifestyle for a guy. And the third reason is Wonderbread is less maintenance, okay? Wonderbread, you break it apart, there are no crumbs. With a croissant, a lot of crumbs, and some guys honestly don't want to deal with it. But here's the thing, the people that like croissants love croissants, and they don't even look at Wonderbread. So don't try to change yourself, but instead embrace all of your flaky French layers because the right person is gonna adore them. Follow for more and good luck.
And they say that women friendship is good. Now we can see the true colors of that. What a pure friendship. Croissants sound stuck up and insecure. Love Wonderbread. Some guys like women who look beautiful with zero makeup. Just saying. What happened to women uplifting other women? And it's not always about the looks or maintenance. It's more about authenticity. For most men, Wonderbread works just fine, and it doesn't go stale as fast as croissants. A man would choose a Wonderbread woman because they're more down to earth, more dependable, and a better partner to have kids with. One more thing to keep in mind is, any woman who tells you that she's high maintenance is a headache. That's someone who's out for your wallet. I don't think any woman who applies makeup before shooting a video has the right to call other women plain and Wonderbread.